Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jemele Hill, and you are watching On That Note with Shawn Stockman.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of On That Note. This is the place, of course, where we speak a language we all understand, and that is music. I am your humble host, Shawn Stockman, and today's guest is a Detroit native that's one of the most important voices in multi-platform media. Now, if I get any of these statistics wrong, please.
Okay. Don't read a lot of them, all right?
Okay.
You can read the very truncated version.
Listen, I got to run the gamut here. Like,
okay.
you've done a lot.
I have.
You've done a lot. So, we get flowers here. We want everybody to know exactly who you are before you even say a word. All right. So here we go. Starting her career as a sports writer, she honed her skills and talent to land a gig at ESPN, where she was co-host of two of the most popular shows on that network. Her fearless voice at the intersection of sports, politics, race, and culture further cemented her role as a leading voice in national discourse. After leaving ESPN in 2018, she joined The Atlantic as a staff writer focusing on issues of culture, race, gender, and sports. She hosts her own award-winning podcast as well and co-founded her own multimedia network dedicated to elevating the voices of Black women. She released her memoir chronicling her life, career, and experiences navigating media as a Black woman speaking truth to power. Throughout her career, she has been celebrated for her authenticity, courage, and leadership. She continues to influence conversations around equity, media, representation, and the evolving role of athletes and journalists in social change. Even the Obamas are fans of her work.
Oh, you went digging deep, huh?
Oh, no. I read the book.
Wow, you really did go deep. All
yes,
right,
yes,
okay.
I read the book.
All right.
I do
she
homework.
got uncomfortable.
I know, right? I was like, let me
yeah.
sit up a little bit.
Oh, no.
Okay.
This isn't like a fluff piece. Like,
okay,
we're going to go in, but in a fun way. This going to be a fun time.
Even if we went in a dramatic way, it's fine.
That's all good, all good. She is a wife, a daughter, an Emmy award-winning journalist, author, podcast host, and cultural commentator, and diehard Detroit Pistons fan. We're going to talk about that.
Someone who likes winning likes losing too.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
It's Laker Nation over here.
Right.
We only beat y'all for both of our titles, but thank you. Thank you.
Oh, it's going to be a rough day.
Appreciate
Ladies
it.
and gentlemen, please give it up for Jemele Juanita Hill, a.k.a. Jemele Hill.
You put my government out there?
Got to.
Wow.
You know.
I thought you said you watched the show. If you watched the show,
I
you
know. I
Yes.
just felt like I would get an exception, but maybe not.
Nope. Everybody gets it.
Everybody got
gets it.
the middle name.
How you been?
I've been good, and that was a very eloquently put together bio. Because usually when people are reading that, one is it's a little embarrassing.
Why?
I know this seems like a strange.
It's you.
I know it seems like a strange thing to say, especially somebody who does television and podcast and gets to be in conversation with wonderful people like you. But I actually do not enjoy being the center of attention.
Really? Why
I do
is that?
not. Well,
That's kind of it's kind of a dichotomy because you're in television.
I know.
So how does that work in the mind as far as do you hide behind the counter on ESPN?
No. It's sort of I love telling other people's stories as opposed to maybe my own. And even though ESPN is where a lot of people grew to know me, before that I had a whole decade-long career in print. And so you write, you're behind the scenes, you tell other people's stories, you put things in context. So that was a little different. And so ESPN was my first major experience with, I guess, being a celebrity journalist.
Sure.
It was often quite uncomfortable to be in the spotlight. It's odd, like maybe, it's something, I don't know if that's something you had to grow accustomed to.
100%.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't famous all my life, but
Most of it, Shawn.
but I mean,
15.
But even then, like, it was one of those things where it's like, there's still some things you had to kind of like take a breath with, like, in the sense where.
What was that big moment for you? That big
moment. One of the moments. One of them was when we won our first American Music Award, and we were flying back home, and our road manager at the time, Khalil Roundtree, may he rest in peace. I guess the captain or one of the flight attendants told him, "Listen, it's chaos at the airport." This is when people could actually go into the airport and kind of hang out. And, Khalil was like, hey, listen. He used to have a heavy voice. Listen, when you guys get off the plane, just follow me. It's a little crazy out there. We were like, what are you talking about? So we get off the bridge. We go into the airport. And when I say practically all of Philadelphia.
This is at the gate.
Was at the gate.
Oh, because you could go to the gate back then.
Yeah,
Now
you can go to the
can't.
gate back
Yep.
then.
If you don't have a boarding pass, you can't go to the gate.
Right,
anymore.
right. Yeah, nowadays. But it was a sea of people. And they were just screaming and, rooting for us because, we homegrown. So it was nuts. And I had to kind of like go, oh my God, this is crazy. I was happy, but I was still kind of like, yo, what is going on? So they had to push us through the crowd, whisk us in the truck and go. Like, it was one of the greatest moments of my life, but it was still one of those overwhelming things when you see that many people and they're screaming your name and it's high pitched. So it's like you can barely hear and it's almost like you're stiff, like you're petrified almost because you're kind of like, what the hell is going on? You know what I mean? So that is what I mean. And sometimes, I mean, can you say that because of, I guess the nature of journalism and especially TV journalism, that you got accustomed to it fairly quickly because it is you in front of the camera, like, and it's really, that's all it is at that point. It's only when you go outside.
Correct. Like in the studio is comfortable because our studio is much like this. It's like you have a few people, you're talking to a camera, you're in conversation with somebody, maybe it's your co-host. So you don't see how the faces react because you don't see them. Like unlike when you do a concert, you see how everybody reacts.
True.
And then you're not really in that situation. So you're a little bit in a bubble. But then when you step outside and people are running up to you and they want to take photos, which is all great and it's very humbling, but it feels a little awkward and a little embarrassing. And I guess, for me, I feel like I have the perfect amount of fame in the sense of I have enough fame that I get cool free shit.
Nice.
That's good.
That's always nice.
Enough stuff.
Free stuff is good.
Yes, and like I can cut some lines.
What's
I gotta
the
wait.
coolest free thing you ever got?
Oh, I get shoes like crazy.
Hey,
yeah, I didn't get these.
But those are fresh. Though.
Yes, and shout out to my husband. He was
What
on
are
a
those,
work
the
trip.
sixes? I can't see
sixes,
them.
right?
Yes, and he was on a work trip. He saw him. He bought them for me. So hubby did well.
Yeah, shout out to your husband.
Yes,
Shout out to Ian. He's a cool dude. I like him.
Yes.
But got the new Maya Moores, got the Candace Parkers. I got 3 pair of Asia Wilsons. I I have a very good collection of women's basketball shoes that are outstanding.
Wow.
Got the Kobe's when they came out. Like
Right.
all of these were free.
Right.
And I just look at and that's the other thing too, when you're on TV and you say the things you like on TV and it's organic. I'm not doing it to drop a plant.
Right.
But you say it organically in conversation, next thing you know, a whole box shows up. So
Wow.
I mentioned
Say something, Sean.
Yeah, I know.
Rolexes.
Is there something
Rolex.
It's so funny how every time I shout out the Four Seasons yacht, they never come through with anything. I don't know
That's
how
weird,
this happens.
right?
It's so weird how that works.
Maybe they'll do it in this show.
I hope
give
this
it
works.
Give it a shot.
Yes, I have a milestone birthday coming up, and so I'm
There we
like,
go.
hey, make mama happy.
There
But
you go.
I remember one time, because probably my favorite gym shoe of all time is probably Adidas Top 10s. And
I love the top 10.
Man, those used to go hard.
They used to go hard. Yeah.
And I mean, I like them better than Jordans, to be honest. Like,
Okay.
I think Jordans are
No
wonderful
hate.
shoes.
It's all
No
good.
hate, but
It's a
those are
preference.
probably my favorite. And I said it once at ESPN on air, and next thing I know, I had 6 boxes that showed up, all different colors and varieties. I was like, that's what I'm talking about.
It's good to be Jemele.
Make this fame work for something good. So on that end, it's good. And I still move about my daily life pretty regularly. And it's really funny when people catch me in places, like when I'm up in Ralph's, people are just like, you don't have security? I'm like, to get some eggs?
Right.
Like, I'm not.
You know what's
No.
weird?
Right.
He
You know.
shops at Ralph too. I tell him it's where all the rich people
All the
go.
time. Stop. it.
Ralph's is my spot.
Yeah.
You know,
Ralph's,
like,
Ralph's
what?
Ralph's is the jam.
Yes,
And
it-
it is funny, especially living in LA, you run into everybody.
Yes.
At Ralph's.
This is so true.
I run into Byron a couple
All
times.
the rich people.
I've run into
Listen,
Catino Mobley.
Wait,
I've
all
run
the
into-
rich people shopping?
No,
Ralph's.
he's-
I'm being honest.
Whatever.
Think about
No,
it.
they
that is
sure
not
ain't at
true.
Sprouts.
Everybody shops
say
at
all the
Ralph's.
names. I can't afford
Bristol
Ralph's. Say all the
Farms.
names.
Oh, I know he lying.
Yeah,
Ralph's ain't
right.
nothing but Kroger's.
Exactly.
Say all the names that you
I mean,
see
no,
at Ralph's.
I've run into
DJ Quick. You just saw
I've
Quick.
run
You
into
ran into
Quick.
DJ Quick and Ralph's?
Quick was getting some eggs too.
What?
Coincidentally. He's getting some eggs. It's crazy.
I need to hang out at your house.
No, I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it's all over LA. Like you realize who lives in your neighborhood.
That is
based
true.
off of what Ralph's.
Based off the Ralphs.
Marion, you probably ran at Ralph's.
Yeah, I've run into Marion and his brother.
This is like the most lit Ralphs I've heard.
It is lit. It's a lit Ralph's. I ain't gonna say which one because I don't want nobody
I can't say
pulling
which
up.
one
But yeah, it's crazy. Okay, so those are the pros. What are the cons?
So the cons is that, as you know, that people feel like they know you and not necessarily in the best ways. And so I think, especially given the nature of the topics that I discuss, racisms, the misogyny, like things and how they intertwine with sports, I think people think I'm a super serious person. I think they think I'm unfun, which is why I love doing podcasts like this, because I'm like, I am fun, guys.
Yeah.
I don't sit around like this all day. Like it is, there's a whole scope of my life that that happens that has nothing to do with the things I talk about. I take them very seriously, but I'm serious about what I talk about. I'm serious about my profession, my professionalism. I'm not a serious person otherwise.
Well,
so
if anybody that has followed your career, they know that you can have fun and you do let your hair down from the spots that you did with Mike and all the you guys enjoy yourselves. Like it's not all austere topics. Yeah.
And so some of the things that people say about you that can be a little disarming, and there's always the safety and security issue of that's tough to deal with. And especially because I want to move and be as normal as possible. Like I remember when, in the last 3 years, I've gotten completely obsessed with golf, right? And so me and my husband play as much as we can. And I needed to work on my chipping. So I got a bunch of plastic, golf balls, because my idea was like, I'm gonna hit these in the yard, like just perfect this a little bit. And the way our yard is set up is like our backyard is like the pool and jacuzzi, so there's no grass back there, so the grass is only in the front. And he's just like, you can't be out here doing that. I was like, why not? He was like, because people gonna ride by, they gonna see we live here,
right? And
you can't. So it's like little small stuff that pops up. The crazy thing that happened, I had put on Twitter. This is musically related. Me and my husband, we get into the most awesome music debates, in which 90% of the time he's wrong, right? I'll give him 10%, he might win.
Okay, but wow.
Yes, and he's lucky I'm giving him that.
He's not even here to defend himself.
I know, that's why I'm getting away with saying this. But we had a debate about what was Deborah Cox's best song. Was it Nobody's Supposed to Be Here, or We Can't Be Friends with RL?
Okay.
So I'm in the...
before you answer,
what's your opinion?
Well, here's the thing. First off, shout out to Deb. She wants to be on the show too.
I know, I saw that.
So
I pinned her comment
shout out to my sister Deb. Oh, for sure.
Yes.
For sure. Nobody's Supposed to Be Here is her biggest record.
Yeah.
Correct.
Right? We can agree.
Of course.
To that. I think my favorite record of hers, to me, was her first single, Sentimental. A lot of people don't remember that record so much.
Was that the one she did with Whitney?
Say again?
She had a record with Whitney. That wasn't
No. This was her very first single, and Dallas Austin produced it.
Shout out to Dallas.
And I remember, and maybe this is why I liked it the most, is because Dallas let us hear it before it was released years ago. So when I first heard it, and it just was a dope. To me, it was a dope record. Like, that's my favorite of Deb's. But of course, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here is her signature. That's like end of the road for me and my guys. Like, that's her record. Music is subjective. Let me just say this. Let me just say it. Like, there's no right or wrong.
There goes her 90.
Well, sometimes there's
there
a
goes
wrong.
her 90.
Okay. There are some wrong.
Sometimes there's a wrong.
But as far as like what you
like,
it might, it all differs. I would have to say Nobody's Supposed to Be Here is the best.
Okay, so you're on the right side of history, much like I was when we had this debate.
Yeah.
And so we had that debate, and I put it on social media. I said, better song. And honestly, it became a bit of a gender divide. A lot of the men sided with We Can't Be Friends, as opposed to Nobody's Supposed to Be Here. And... I don't know, maybe it resonated a little more for...
Well, it would.
It would. Like, it makes sense, right? Because that's the whole point of the duet.
Yes, that makes sense.
So I put it out there on social media, and next thing I know, somebody shows up at our door, and they're playing that song because they saw it on social media. They lived in our neighborhood, and unannounced showed up at her door.
No way.
And the only reason why my husband did not
Shoot 'em?
probably
Right, basically.
You show up to my door.
Right.
I mean, we got them things in the house now, so
Real
people
talk.
don't get it twisted. But
Yeah.
the only reason that didn't go much more aggressively is because he showed up with his daughter.
Okay.
And my husband was like, and we were both perplexed. And I'm like, why would you? And he, he was, we handled it. It was fine.
Right.
And then he was like, I'm gonna wait till I see him later because he walks around the neighborhood. Other than a high by, but we don't know this person at all. So the next time he saw him, he checked him, and he was like, "Man, don't
do that again.
Like, don't ever do that."
Yeah, don't do that.
And so, and it seemed like it didn't register why that would be inappropriate. So from that standpoint about the fame, and also about why I can't chip in my front yard, these are like sort of the little thing. Listen, I'm not complaining. I drew the lottery in terms of a life, but there are little sacrifices you find yourself having to make.
Well, I mean, speaking of your life, because you've lived an exceptional life, and that's for sure. So we're gonna start from the beginning. I like to do a segment called we're gonna go way back in the time. Now you have a book, first off, a memoir entitled Uphill. It's a great title, but you weren't gonna go with that at first, right?
I know it was not the title I came up with. That title, my book editor came up with. I give her all the credit because and I don't want to tell you the original title because I might use it for a title one day.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? But yeah, they felt like the title that I came up with was maybe a little too negative. And they felt like it would be better, especially because this is a memoir. And obviously I have a complicated story, to say the least, that this, at the end of the takeaway, you want people to leave with something positive, something they can that sticks to their ribs in a positive way.
Yeah.
And so that's how Uphill.
Yeah.
became,
I can see that. Like,
yeah.
and it's a play on your name. And
yeah.
like,
I don't even know if she was thinking that. I think she was just generally thinking about the journey.
So clever.
Yes. And that made it cleverer.
Yeah. Right, exactly. So again, Uphill, I read the book. Jemele, humbly speaking, like you've been through a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You have been through a lot. So we're going to kind of touch on it, but I'm going to let you do more of it than me narrating it. But like between your mother, Denise, who's been through a lot, your father, Butch, your stepfather, James, you experienced a lot as a child. Give the people a brief description of your childhood.
Okay. The Cliff Notes version here.
Yeah, the Cliff Notes, yeah.
So obviously, when people see you've made some manner of success, they have no idea the journey and what it takes to get you to the point that you got to. And so for me, I grew up seeing a lot, grew up in inner city Detroit. Both my parents at different times were drug addicted. And my father, he was clean first. They were never married, but he had a heroin addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And so he was clean. My mother is a rape survivor. And so because of the abuse, the sexual violation that she suffered, that was what was her pathway to drugs.
Mm-hmm.
And then me and my stepfather, and listen, we're talking, this is in the mid to late 80s, early 90s, when we are living in the height of the crack epidemic everywhere. And while my mother was not addicted to crack, drugs were very much embedded deeply in a lot of our neighborhoods. And so my mother, it was pain pills. And though she has experimented with a number of drugs, and in talking to her for this book, there was a lot that I knew, but there was so much I didn't. And especially the stories that she told me that was tough to hear.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that I have the training of a journalist to be able to sort of separate and ask her the right questions to get her to be vulnerable. And it was tough, like asking her about the very worst moments of her life. But I thought it was also very therapeutic for our relationship and gave me a deeper understanding. Like, listen, for whatever my mother wasn't, I have forgiven that so long ago, because as much as she was going through all the things, there were still certain tent poles and important things that she felt like she needed to provide for me. I never worried about her love for me, never worried about her ability to provide. She stressed education, and she was definitely the parent who had the mindset of, I'm going through it right now, And everything you see me going through, I never want you to experience.
Sure.
And so your parents teach you what to do, but sometimes they teach you what not to do.
Yeah.
And so she very much that was sort of her philosophy as she tried to get herself out of the darkest moments and times of her life.
Yeah.
And so her first marriage was to my stepfather, James, who contracted the HIV virus. And it eventually turned into full-blown AIDS because, again, the time that we're thinking of now, it's like, that was what it was. And so
the advancements weren't there.
The advancements weren't there. And certainly our education about that was not there.
Yes.
But it was something that he contracted after that they were divorced. And so he had to come back to Detroit because by that time he was living in Indianapolis and tell my mother that he had HIV.
Yeah.
And so for a decade, she had to get tested every single year.
Wow.
Just because of, what we didn't know about how it works at the time, because she was still in that window.
Yeah.
And so that was obviously rough for her because then, back then, just much like when Magic made his announcement, we thought it was a automatic death sentence.
Right. Yeah, everybody did.
Everybody thought that.
Everybody
and so
did.
obviously, medical advances and things have grown since so that it's not a lot of people living very happily with it. But yeah, so I experienced a lot of trauma growing up, and that trauma, it was preparation for the things you would see later in life. And not that I've seen anything
100%.
close to that.
Yeah.
But that's what allows me to put whatever obstacles, stumbles, adversity I face now in amazing perspective. I was like, oh, the worst is not the president telling me I should be fired. It's not even close.
Right.
It's not in the top 50 of things. I was like, what?
You've gone through way
Child's
worse.
play.
Right,
Come on. This is nothing.
It's funny because that's why I wanted to set it up this way because context is important. And a lot of people tend to not really delve in nowhere deeper than the surface of a person. They'll hear it's a sound bite. They'll see a tweet, they'll do this, that, the third, and instantly just write you off. Oh, you're this. So a lot of people don't understand that we all have journeys. And with journeys, which we're going to get into, there are soundtracks to that too. It says a lot about who we become as adults and why we take the stance that we take. So just that in itself, for those of you who may know even this much about Jemele and just maybe some of the things that she might be famous or infamous for, this kind of gives you a brief understanding on why this amazing, extraordinary young lady is so tough. And she takes on the mantle that she takes on. But going back, as a child, you witnessing all of that, experiencing all of those things, obviously it had to be rough emotionally. Music can be somewhat of a catharsis for those times where you need a little healing emotionally. Tell me some songs that you remember that would kind of soothe you around those times where you just needed a little bit of just a little calming down.
My despite the fact that growing up in Detroit, as you know, Motown sound and all of that,
Yep.
and so I was familiar with that. But the beauty of growing up in the time that I grew up in, I think a lot of people that I guess we would be Gen X that experienced this, is that you were forced to listen to your parents' music.
Yeah,
like now
that's
kids
true.
get in the car, they can turn on
That's
their
true.
own, they have their devices. They never have to listen to what their parents are listening to.
Right.
That ain't how it rolled
No.
up in
Yep.
my household.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't touch your mama's radio
That's right.
or her record player while she was there.
Or her 8-track.
Or her 8-track, whatever it
Does that why we
was.
have an epidemic of music now? Bad
Yes.
music?
I
Yeah.
think
That
I
makes
think
sense.
that's
You might have solved the problem.
Yeah.
I think that is part of why, even though social media has allowed young people to experience the music maybe that we grew up in or our parents, but yeah, I mean, I grew up, I was listening to Tina Marie
Yeah.
and Anita Baker. I'm from Detroit. Hell yeah, I was
Of course
listening
you
to
did. Yeah,
Anita
of
Baker,
course, of
right?
course.
And so even hearing my mother, who used to have like Angel on repeat and like all the, like those are very distinct, wonderful memories. Like she worked in a record shop when she was in high school as a young adult. And so she then, I think for a while, thought she was going to get into music, not as a singer, but more as like a promoter, manager type. And so she had a great ear and talent for music in that way. And so growing up listening to all these legends and even getting into high school, you know, things are still a little rough at home. There are specific soundtracks. Boyz II Men's first album was one of them. Was definitely one of them. Let me tell you. Let me just get off on a tangent real quick while I'm sitting here.
Let's go. Let's talk about
next to you. Boyz II Men is the reason why, to this day, I will never forgive my high school classmates. Because I graduated in 1993.
Okay.
What was the big record y'all had then?
End of the Road.
Exactly. What do you think would make a perfect graduation song?
End of the Road.
Because we come in what? To the end of the road.
Right.
That's how it goes.
Oh, what did they choose? What did they choose?
Naughty by Nature. Hip Hop Hooray.
Hip Hop Hooray.
What the hell does Hip Hop Hooray?
Hip Hop Hooray?
Yes.
Maybe the hooray part? We're done?
I was like, guys.
Yeah.
But shout out to Vin and Tresh.
Yeah, shout out to Naughty.
Look,
and KG.
I love
That's
Naughty.
my guys.
That's just not the song. It was End of the Road.
Again,
Mumford
music.
class of 93. Why did y'all do that?
Again, music is subjective.
It is. I mean, it wasn't about the better songs. They're just different songs. And I'm thinking theme.
Yeah. No,
Right.
It makes sense.
I'm thinking theme.
Was that a big graduation record that year? End of the Road? I mean, you would know, right?
It was
I
that
don't
and
know. That's good.
It's
That's
hard
a
to say
good question.
goodbye. Like
Yes.
I've heard a lot of people
I have heard that too.
say that they used It's Hard to Say Goodbye to Yesterday as their graduation theme.
See what I'm saying? Any of that. Any of that
and
could
they
work.
chose
But
Hip Hop Hooray. That's some Detroit shit for
That
you
is
right
some
there.
Detroit shit.
That is some Detroit
I could never forgive
against
them.
everybody type shit.
Exactly. I was like, wow, we are never beating the allegations. Like, we just not.
Right.
We just not going to beat them doing that. So I was so mad. Oh my God.
That's funny.
But I think the early 90s, I mean, my senior year, you know, again, I graduated in 1993, and y'all do the math. Clearly, I'm 25.
Of course.
Clearly.
Happy 25th.
Thank you.
26. Right? Yeah.
So my senior year, I think, is one of the greatest years of music. So, you know, I entered senior year, 92, Chronic dropped.
Yeah.
So all in one year, I think it was like Chronic, Diary of a Madman. You guys dropped in 90.
Our first album was 91.
91. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yep. Cooley Harmony.
And then it was Sade's Love Deluxe dropped.
Love Deluxe.
Dropped that year.
Absolutely.
Mary's What's the 411 dropped that year.
Wow.
Like
It's a
listen.
good year for music.
Yeah.
That was everything.
Here's what we need to do. Here's what we need to do on one of our episodes.
Okay.
Maybe not this one, but because it's too much research. We need to figure out, and shout out to Ninth Wonder who does this from time to time when he goes live on his set.
His shit is dope, yeah.
We need to figure out what each year in the 90s. This is why the 90s is so great. And this is why a lot of people think we're just biased to it. But you have to understand the quality of music that was being dropped in the 90s. Like you can go from year to year, from 1990 to 90, let's say 99.
99, yeah.
Yeah.
Like we're going to do a list, and we're going to make a list of each year of the albums that drop. Historic.
Oh, it's
legendary.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable music.
And the thing is, because artists weren't necessarily releasing music as fast and as quickly as they do now.
Yeah.
In 90, 92, 93, we're still listening to your
Yes.
first album.
Yes.
Like bumping it like it just
Yes.
came out.
Yes.
It's
Right.
2025, and I'm still doing it.
Well, yes, of course. But I'm saying because they were able to breathe and ride, that you could be riding out on the same album for 2 years.
Real talk.
And that's why you knew it top to bottom and all of that.
I'm gonna tell you how the music has changed, right? The industry in itself. A year after a song is dropped, it's considered a throwback.
A year?
A year. Like you listen to the radio stations, they'll say, "Hey, it's a throwback from 2023," and you be sitting there like, "Guys, it was just 2 years ago." Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's already a throwback?
A throwback would normally be at least 10 years.
Yeah. I'm already trying to cope with the fact that old school music is now considered the 2000s.
I know.
And I don't know how to feel about
That's
this.
crazy.
It hurts my feelings.
It's
and
crazy.
I don't even know
It's
why.
I was telling
Crazy.
somebody this the other day. When it's 2025, if we go back to 1995, that's 30 years ago. In 1995, 30 years before that was 1965.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And when you think about it, because I think we relate to the 95, 65 more, we go,
Right.
oh,
no, it's
damn,
crazy.
That was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Yet not that long ago.
Right.
It's weird.
And that's
like,
why we're old heads now.
Yeah,
exactly.
We are
because we would tell our mom and dad, "You're an old
like
head."
you're old. They said 65. Like, are you
65?
kidding?
Yeah.
And just real quick, my other favorite Boyz II Men.
Please.
Related memory.
Embellish, please.
I will embellish.
John don't care.
So what? You guys dropped 2 in 95?
94.
94, right? Okay, so you dropped 2 in 94. I actually interned in Philly at the Philadelphia Inquirer. So I spent about 2.5, 3 months living in Philadelphia.
Okay.
Loved it. One of my favorite internships.
Awesome.
Ever.
Shout out to the Philadelphia Inquirer.
And it was the only internship I've ever had where I rode public transportation. So I was living, because one of my girls was also a reporter there, and she was on like a 2-year internship, but she was covering the suburbs. So she lived in McDade. So I used to have to catch the bus and the train coming into the Inquirer on Broad Street.
Yeah. That's how I used to travel.
And the soundtrack was 2. I listened to 2 every single day on the way to work. I was listening to it before then, but that's what I was talking about how albums used to be able to breathe a little bit.
Yes.
So this is like a full year later after it. It was like literally my favorite thing. And I just thought it was so cool that I was listening to Boyz II Men while also living in Philly.
What were your favorite records on that
So
album?
obviously the big songs, right?
Mm-hmm.
But let me give you, it's the B cuts that
Come on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
Vibin' is, if you gave me a top 10 list of Boyz II Men songs, Vibin' is going to make my top 10 every single time.
Not only our favorite, but Michael Jordan's too.
You're kidding.
That's his favorite record.
Vibin'?
He told us
Was
that.
he listening to it on the way to games?
Yeah, he would do that.
And Kenny Lattimore, apparently.
Yeah, right. But no, there was one time we were in Chicago, and literally, no bullshit, Michael pulled up in his Porsche, bumping Vibin'. And we was like, hey, MJ was good.
Wow.
Yeah, that was one of his favorite records.
Does that ever feel weird to you that that's you?
It's a bug out. It's a straight bug out. But anyway, I'm sorry, the lady was speaking about it.
Oh, no. As I speak more.
Yeah, there's more.
And then, but I saw you all in concert for the first time. I believe it was in 90. No, it was the same summer. You all came to Detroit. You played at what was then known as Pine Knob.
Pine Knob.
You played at Pine Knob.
The suburbs.
The suburbs, way out there. It's in Clarkston, so it's a little further out. And they've renamed it now. It's something else, but it's going to always be Pine Knob to me. Yeah. And I would never forget how you all did 50 Candles. Listen.
Yes.
Tore it all the way down. All the way. I used to have this argument with you all. Like, of course, everybody loves Jodeci. I'm a huge Jodeci fan. But
Me too.
But people used to always try to make the distinction because of the imaging, right? Yeah, sure. And I was like, Boyz II Men is nasty on the low. Quietly high and low key. Y'all just don't know.
Hey.
Listen. 50 Candles is a nasty song, okay? It is. That's what it's about. It's about getting to it.
Yeah, it's about getting to it.
It's about getting to it. All right? And so I used to have that debate. I was like, y'all just, I get it. Y'all looking at it, I'll make love to you. Yeah, that's all sweet. But trust me, they got some grimy ones on there too. First album, like.
Yes. Shout out to Tim and Bob.
Did he ever call you back?
He texted me.
Okay.
That's another pot, but that's another episode. But I actually wrote that song.
You wrote 50 Candles?
I wrote that record. I wrote that record with Tim and Bob.
See, on my Boyz II Men nasty list is like that. Is that one?
Well, what was going through your mind during writing that song, Shawn?
Was
there an inspiration?
No.
Was there an inspiration?
Hey, I'm not the guest.
No, I need to know now.
No, really, it's I think around that time, we were in a writing zone. And what I mean by that is we just got off of the Cooley High Harmony record. That was doing really good. We were writing songs for other artists. So to say the least, like my pen was sharp. So, because I was just writing every day. So like I was just kind of boom, boom, boom. And literally me, Tim and Bob were in the studio, just me and the guys. The other guys were home or whatever. And he just started creating a beat. He just started creating boom, 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 boom. And I was like, yo, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? And then started playing the keys. And it's really, whatever the music dictates to you. Like that's what it is. Like whatever the music makes you feel, that's what you write. So when he started playing them keys and that pad and the sweet, beautiful, sexy stuff, there was nothing else I could write. But that's what I visualized.
Is that why it felt like one of those nights?
Yeah,
Is that why?
You had to shower when you were done.
that part. That part. So yeah, it's really what the music dictates. Like it's a canvas, and whatever inspires you as you listen, you write the first thing that comes to your mind. And literally, the first thing that I heard was "Take them off, throw them down."
Nasty. Y'all didn't know.
Yeah.
They had all them little ties on, and people was thinking like, "Oh, I would love my daughter to. Your daughter gonna be in trouble messing with
man,
them."
Don't let the bow ties fool you, man. Like, no, I'm joking. But yeah, that's cool. I mean, again, the '90s was great, and again, music is such a healing component. It's a frequency that no matter what you go through, no matter how hard it is in life, it's a great elixir for you to just kind of, even if it's just for those 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you're listening to the music, it allows you to escape.
Are you of the opinion that, because I'm sure you see these debates all the time, do you think the 90s was the greatest R&B era? Okay.
I think so. And again, people are going to say that I'm biased because let's face it, it's hand in hand with the 80s.
That's what I was saying. Like the 80s is
because the 80s was amazing. It was Thriller.
Mm-hmm.
It was come on. It was Thriller. It was Whitney Houston. It was Luther Vandross. It was Anita Baker. It was New Edition. Like the 80s was lit.
Do you think the 90s gets the nod because more genres were lit in the 90s? I think
the 90s was when R&B music was at its highest height, commercial-wise, where R&B wasn't R&B anymore. It was literal pop music.
Pop.
You know what I'm saying? Like the same, and MTV helped with that too, because
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P. R.I.P. MTV. Yeah. Rest in power.
What do you want to say, Jemele? I know something was coming to your head.
It's just I never would have thought the music video channel would. I mean, they ceased on videos a while ago. Like
yeah,
they kind of a long time ago. They just made it official. It's like it's been dying a pretty obvious death.
Yeah,
but it kind of sucks though because it's taken away the pageantry of music.
Yes,
I can tell you honestly, there's so many videos I've never seen because it's incumbent upon you, the user, to go to like YouTube and watch it.
Yes, you have to. Yeah.
You have to watch it, but like I don't really care to do that most of the time.
And a lot of people don't. I mean, except I guess you could say the kids who live on their phones.
Right.
So they look for those clips or anything like that. But I think that's the disconnect because MTV brought generations together. Like it is literally segregated because of the devices. Like everybody has a TV in their house. So say we're watching MTV, right? And we're watching a Boyz II Men video or a Jodeci video or a Silk video or whatever. And the parents walk by, they stop and look and go, oh, I like that. You understand what I'm saying? Like it had that terrestrial connection that allowed parents to let that play in their households because there were also some things we just could not play in the house.
Right.
But MTV kind of curated that music for it to be safe, to be played in the households and stuff like that. When my daughter puts on her headsets, when my son does, I don't know what the hell they listening to until later. And then they'll show it and I go, what is that? Why are you listening to that?
What is that in a good way or a bad way?
Sometimes it's good.
Yeah.
Most of the time it's bad because a lot of times either it sucks or
so it's not even the language.
No. Like sometimes the music is just bad.
It's just bad.
Sometimes the music is just bad. And I be saying like, y'all jam to that? Like that's hot. You know what I'm saying? Like just garbage. And then you got some that is a little promiscuous or a little crazy and stuff like that. And you got to kind of like, yo, what are you listening to?
My daughter said something to me the other day because I questioned my older daughter, Bree, who's almost 20.
Yeah.
I said something, she was listening to something. She said, Dad, you were listening to Little Kim at a young age. And I'm
here's the difference.
I can't get on those kids about it.
I'm like, no, you got a point. You got a point.
No, but here's the difference. Here's the difference, right? Yes. Every generation had they're little Kims.
Sure.
Every generation. The difference was the accessibility. That was the difference. I had to sneak and listen to a Red Fox record downstairs when he was making his nasty jokes and Dolomite and all those guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't readily accessible to me as much as the kids can just flip a switch or flip their thumb up and there it is. Like, yes, we said nasty shit, but it was categorized. And again, terrestrial radio, yeah, they might have played it, but they played it at a certain time of day.
Or the clean version.
Right, or the clean version.
Right.
There were still barriers creatively that, well, consciously that society made sure that, okay, yes, it exists, but we're going to make sure we keep the kids. It's almost like when our parents were partying downstairs, you weren't allowed to go downstairs while your parents were partying because they were doing some adult shit. You know what I'm saying? So go on upstairs, get your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, go on up there, you know, because Uncle Junior's drinking his J&B and milk.
Do you also think too that there was more balance? Because I think that's part of it. It might feel a little imbalanced.
It's way disproportionate because we all had those throwaway records too. The one hit wonders, the nasty stuff, blah, 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 blah. But you weren't like just flooded with that. Like, again, the balance. Like, yeah, you heard that nasty stuff, but then, you know, Melba Moore was right behind you right after that. Or Phyllis Hyman. Or Regina Bell, or
so we had a chaser, is what you're saying.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, right. You had a chaser, and you had more of that flooding the market. Now it is literally upside down, where you hear more trash. You know, let me stop. You hear more promiscuous music than you did back in the day, which is one of the reasons why. And this is my opinion, the BET Awards is gone. The Soul Train Awards is gone. Pretty much Source, Hip Hop Award, you know, all of that. Because, and I may get a lot of shit for this, but oh well. I'm with Jemele, so it's cool. You know,
just remember, y'all, I didn't say it.
You're guilty by association.
Yeah. But it's funny is I went on a rant like about a month ago on my IG, and I basically said it's too much ass on TV. It's too much. From a heterosexual man, like, I think it's too much because it's too much in the sense where I feel weird watching that with my daughter. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's weird being a parent watching a lot of the artists. It's almost like, you know, especially specifically, you know, in this case, and I'm not saying because the guys are just as bad with the lyrics and the images, but you almost know in an award show when a girl is singing and you know exactly when she's going to turn around and twerk.
You can predict it.
You can predict it. Here it comes. She's going to hit a little thing and then I'm going to see her ass. And that's going to be the rest of the performance. And that's the problem. It went away from the music. And it's more about really just...
It's too sexual now.
It's the imagery. And let's face it, guys, and speaking from a technical standpoint, you know this, you've worked in the network, you have your own network yourself. Sponsorships is how they get paid. And I don't think Tide wants to advertise their new liquid detergent on a show that just showed 20 women shaking their ass. That's not the demo. So a lot of people tend to catch feelings about it. Oh, they're taking away from black stuff. And no, I think it's deeper than that. I think it's because of what we're selling. And advertisers can't get behind it. Like, if I sat on this chair and started cussing and calling people names and all this other stuff, yeah, I might pick up a certain demographic, but that's just it, isn't it? Like, I pick up this demographic. I can't go to this company and hey, can you advertise? They're gonna look at you and go, nah, I can't do that. My product does not. it doesn't it doesn't relate to what you're selling. And I think that's what a lot of what's going on. Like a lot of the companies are backing out. They're like, I can't sell Captain Crunch on a show that shows this type of content.
Yeah, it's tough because I also do think to some degree it's harder to make award shows feel special like they kind of used to before. Because even with the lead up to the Grammys, like all the conversation, if your award show is constantly dominated by who didn't win, then to me, that says a lot about your award show. And that's not making any kind of judgment about the people who win, but award shows just do not feel as big anymore. Be it like it used to be where it was appointment viewing. And you knew when the AMAs were on, you knew when the Grammys were
100%.
on. Like it was all about that. And it's not just limited to music. I think the Oscars has gone through this too.
100%.
Is that we are not in a time where people have maybe the mental bandwidth, and we're the short attention span, microwave type of society. And I just don't know, to some degree, those awards have outlived the usefulness of the moment. And that doesn't mean that artists don't deserve to be celebrated. They do. Yeah. But I do wonder if the public is as interested in these things as they used to be, especially since artists today compared to the artists that we grew up with and even yourselves is like, your favorite artist might do an interview once a year.
Right.
The only time you might even see them is on an award show.
Yeah.
But now all artists have Instagram. They're out there constantly. So like, there's no mystery around any of them.
And yes, and that I think that's what it is. The industry, the entertainment business used to be more of an exclusive club. Like there was a mystique to the music industry.
Can I ask you both a question real quick? Because Michael Jordan started doing the NBC thing yesterday. And I think I've told you this off air. I love the mystique of MJ. And I think that's why we revere him in this light still. Do you think what you just said and what you just said is going to affect his mystique by being more public now?
Well, knowing a little bit about how Michael Jordan operates, I'm curious as to how much he's actually going to do. Because I think he does like that air of mystery a little bit.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, and I was frankly shocked that he even agreed to do this much.
Well, yeah, shocked, but again, not shocked. I think
because of the money, or
no, not because he needs it.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's out there. Like the NBA is suffering. Like the viewership is down 50?
No.
No? Is it not suffering?
No. It's not suffering. It's like they did have a rough start last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got off to a rough start.
Mm-hmm.
But by the time it rounded the corner from All-Star break, it was fine. And to have a finals go to Game 7, the NBA is in a real. I think the narratives about the NBA demise are greatly exaggerated.
Okay.
And a lot has to do with the fact that people want to compare everything to the NFL. Only the NFL can be the NFL. You're not going to we do not live in an age where most people it's going to be, NFL viewership is usually between 15 and 20 million. Sunday night is probably 20 to 25, depending on the teams.
Mm-hmm.
That's very hard to do.
Yeah.
So to compare the NBA and say, like, the NBA is not going to do that number, like, ever. Right. But where I do think the NBA has made its strongest foothold is they have much younger sports fans than other leagues.
Sure.
The NBA and the WNBA, frankly, because these are tech savvy fans.
Yes.
They're highlight driven.
Yeah.
These are all things that are very social media friendly and portable. So when you look at NBA accounts, like their social media following versus NFL, it's not even close.
So, okay. So it's not suffering.
Mm-mm.
It's just shifted.
It's shifted.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. That's fair.
Yeah.
So take the music industry, for example. You touched on the fact that the awards shows may not be as or perceived as important as used to be. And I take that same attitude. I think the music industry just needs to shift. And instead of airing it like how they used to do on the ABCs and the NBCs of the world, just find another way to galvanize the audience and the people and the artists and the labels, because I think at this point it's kind of a domino effect. Everybody is kind of just saying, oh, well, this is just what it is. And we're just going to deal with what it is. And we don't care about necessarily actually making it where it actually grows again. I'm not saying that the industry is dead. I'm not saying that.
But do you think it's in trouble? Because that's
100%.
That's the dominant narrative I keep hearing.
Look at the record sales. They're almost non-existent. Streaming is terrible because now artists can't eat like they used to. I just saw a clip of the list of executives at Spotify that make way more money than the songmongers, the guys that actually make the songs for the platform that they're making money off of. So again, it's shifted the wrong way. And I think in order for the music industry to be inspired again, they have to have a reason. And right now you got some people over here trying to hang on to antiquated ideals, and you got the new guys that's just trying to rip it all away. And there has to be some sort of like standstill for everybody to just kind of think about, okay, how can we make this work for everybody? Because we live in a world now where everybody's just out for self, especially in the music business. Like it's insane. And the quality of music is suffering because of it. So, again, it's not a mystery why these award shows are being canceled. It's because a lot of the quality of music, like even if you don't like it, you could at least hide behind the fact that it was good.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's like country music.
You know
I never
what I mean?
liked it.
But you understand.
But you understood it.
But you
Right.
understand.
You
yeah.
can still hide behind the fact that, okay, that's catchy. I get it.
Like, I get it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not in my rotation. But
Right. But
Like, I understand why
I got it. Yeah.
why they dig it.
I can. Okay. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. But now you're kind of like, yo, I just can't. I can't roll.
Yeah. It's like me and my husband were having these conversations about songs that people love that you just can't connect with.
Yeah.
Like mine is Return of the Mac. Like I truly despise that song.
Okay.
But I get why people like it.
Yeah, because
No
it is
offense,
one
Mark Morrison.
Why
I
do you
think that
not
song's
like it?
terrible.
Why do you not
it's
like it?
It's just dumb. Like I don't know. I just don't get.
Is it the lyrics? Is
But
it
let me
the
tell you
melody?
something.
Or
Let me tell you something. If Jemele in the club or at a party,
I promise that won't be me.
and you're gonna hit a oh, come on.
I promise.
Yeah.
That will not
I'm
be
telling you,
me.
you are going to be like, oh,
I promise. That song is the bane of my existence. I was like, I feel so bad because it's like such a popular song. And I'm like, that song.
you've always hated it?
From the beginning.
Okay.
It never made my playlist.
It's such the greatest novelty record, one of them in the world.
This would be a
man.
good top 5. Your top 5 most disliked records.
That everybody else loves.
Yes,
Oh.
give us that.
That would
Give
be
us
such a
that,
great top
please.
5.
See, I feel so bad because he's from my hometown.
Who was that? Mark
no.
Morrison or what was his
No,
name?
Mark Morrison is not from my hometown.
No, he's from England or something.
Yeah, I
like
was like, I
that.
knew
Yeah,
he was
he's
British,
from the
I
UK, yeah.
believe. It would probably, like, Eminem Stan, I hated that song. Like, I
A
don't,
tea's gone from
yeah, like, I didn't get it. And
shout out to Eminem.
look, he's one of the greatest lyricists ever.
100%.
I'm super proud that he is from Detroit.
He might even agree with you.
He would not agree.
He'll probably be like, you know what? I'm tired of that record too.
I don't think he would agree with you. His whole documentary was called Stan.
Yeah.
That he just
Yeah, but
released.
But that's the difference between being tired of and like, I wasn't,
Oh, right,
like,
okay.
I just, it ain't never made a single playlist I've ever had in life and never would. It's just like,
Return of the Mac, Stan.
Return of
You
Max.
remember saying
Okay,
I
Stan,
didn't-
give us.
you know,
That's a good question because I don't think I'd want to answer that personally, but yeah.
This is about an artist, okay? And I wouldn't say all of his songs because he makes some good songs and good collabs, but generally speaking,
Mhm.
and again, as you said, music is subjective. I feel like I have to give. I'm gonna have to give a
This
whole
a disclaimer.
This is a disclaimer about this because I don't want.
She's tired of being
these
attacked.
people to come for me.
right.
I just can't get into the weekend. Like I just can't. I cannot like.
I'm 100% with you.
Everybody loves The Weeknd. I get it. I understand it. He's
Okay.
a very charismatic artist. Probably the only song of his solo song of his I like. Like I like some of his collabs. Like I think those are good. But was the one that was on 50 Shades of Grey soundtrack.
Okay,
Girl,
yeah,
you're
yeah.
worth it.
Yeah, that's
That's
a
a
hot
banger.
record. That was a hot record.
That was a very
I've
good
never
record.
seen
worth
50
it.
Shades
Yeah,
of Grey
worth it.
for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
Not really your. Not really.
Not
You're
really
not the
your
audience.
jam.
You're not the audience.
Sean talked earlier about audience. I'm not the audience.
Yeah. I dig.
And it's just certain songs that
The
you
Weeknd's
hear.
an acquired taste.
It is. He is, and I saw him in concert once at a small venue with Janae Aiko, and I was trying to get up to speed because I do concert preparation because I think this is important, especially with an artist that normally isn't in my rotation. And listen to his songs, I was like, this guy is depressing as fuck. What is going on?
Yes.
And so I was just like, I just don't get the appeal. And stop it. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
I just don't get it.
The Weeknd was very interesting in his beginning stages. One, because again, he had a touch of that mystique. There was one time you didn't even know what he looked like. He didn't do interviews. He would go on stage, just pop up, sing his songs. Everybody knew them. This was when he was selling his records for free. Remember, people used to like have websites where you could just download records for free. Like, this is when I was really into The Weeknd because it was kind of a departure from the traditional R&B. It was dark. It was, from one artist to another, I respected that expression. Like, I thought it was kind of like, yo, that's just different. You know what I mean? Like, he talks about drugs and weird sex and, all this other stuff. Like, no, like I was in it. Like I was into the art. I was like, yo, that's dope. That's pushing things forward. And I think that's why I got into Abel. His name is Abel.
Yes.
But he's no longer The Weeknd, I don't think. I think is
he just going by his first name?
Abel.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so
he's a good actor though.
Yes.
Yes, he is a good actor. Like
What's he been in?
He was in his own show. Like
it was a HBO series.
Yeah, it was an HBO series.
And I caught some of it and I was like, oh, like he really has some, but I could see him being a good actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
he's an acquired taste.
I just can't get there.
Okay, so The Weeknd. All right, what was that, 3?
At the run,
all right, 2 more.
At the risk of
here's another disclaimer.
None of these artists are coming on your show, Shawn. Just so you know.
Exactly.
Actually,
I'm gonna get a DM for sure.
This is probably gonna get him to call security on me. I might be escorted off the podcast after I say this.
Oh no,
we don't have security.
We don't have security.
We'll call your husband. I know your husband. I'll call him.
Luckily, right now he's out of town, so he can't come get me. Just allow the interview to continue after I say this.
Oh my
That's
God!
all I'm gonna
What
say.
are you about to set us up with, man?
Okay,
she about to say New Edition.
This
or
is
something.
right. I'm like,
this is a song everybody loved. A lot of people did.
Mm-hmm.
It was I'll make love to you.
You don't like it?
I don't know a single person that ever had sex to that song. No,
okay.
Not a single person.
Okay.
It's a lovely song.
Okay.
It is. I understand why people love it.
You've done a poll?
Huh?
You've done a poll, Jemele. Is that what you're saying?
You know what? She's going to do it on her next podcast. She's going to do it. No, I
know
insist.
I've gotten down to
not a poll, but actually an unofficial anecdotal poll. Like I have asked some of my friends, like, for real, have y'all ever gotten down to I'll make love to you?
Okay,
You didn't ask me. I would have told you I have.
Okay, all right.
You have?
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
What?
All right, first
you
off.
are the first person I've ever met.
Okay, well, first
It's a great
off,
record.
let me preface this with the fact that Jemele's from Detroit. And y'all know what I'm talking about.
I feel the strays are coming.
Jemele is from Detroit. And if anybody knows anything about Detroit, shout out to all of my friends. I got relatives from the D. Like my wife is from Toledo. So
it's our cousin.
Yeah, right.
Yep,
so
Toledo's our cousin.
I know the area well. So I got love for Detroit. But Detroit's hood. Okay? It's a little hood.
That's why that 50 candles is shocking you.
Right. You see
this
that?
This is my heart. Are you kidding? Ooh,
okay, so to be fair, I'll make love to you. There's a lot of people that made love to that song. But
I just don't know any.
But okay, fair enough. She's from Detroit. You know what I mean? They were banging Rome and probably a little Jodeci and an H-Town and
this is all true.
Rome. I haven't heard
that's
that
Detroit.
in a minute.
But for some, And again, to preface that, but also to explain, I Make Love to You a lot of times isn't just the lovemaking record, it's the preparation record. That's all I'm saying.
You're saying it's for the drive home, not for the bedroom?
Okay.
It's a
It's the
setup.
I'll make love to you before ooh ah.
It's setup.
Okay, got you.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you.
No, that's real.
Okay.
Like it's a setup. It's a setup before that, because it is. It's because the way it's created, it's beautiful and it's elegant.
It is.
And for the most part, when people specifically from Detroit
I feel like we not the only ones.
want to get it popping, popping, that's, you go, maybe you veer to more gritty.
Show to see. That's why.
More
Yeah,
on
you
the
go to
nose.
the
More
yeah,
on the
right,
nose.
right. You go to fiending and freaking you and
Don't act. I will. Listen. Cry for you is right there. Don't do this.
but even Cry for You has like a more grit.
She likes silk. You like silk then?
Of course I like silk.
Silk and Freak Me and Knocking Boots by H-Town, and they might even throw a little hip hop in the mix too, depending on.
I mean,
yeah, she's laughing because she
we said naughty by nature earlier.
A major strain.
Yeah,
here.
she done the dudes to some LL.
We are not going to meet the allegations. I'm hard to say.
But that's fair.
Yes.
That's
but it's
fair.
but I recognize why people love that song. Like it's beautifully written. It is beautifully sung. It is everything you would want a song to be on paper, but I felt so bad because I love you all so much. And if somebody asked me like, hey, what do you think is the worst Boyz II Men song? I'll make love to you. Probably.
Okay, fair enough. But you've also kind of helped me out in the sense where, because Jemele has let us know that she likes 50 Candles. So again, it's a taste thing.
I told you I like this. This is our heart. All the slow songs on the first album, just no skips. No skips.
Okay.
All right?
Since we're on that.
Well, she got to give us one more, Shawn.
Okay, one more. I got another follow-up question for that.
Just to remind you, got Return of the Mac. You
Yep.
got
Just to
I'll Make Love to You.
I'll make love to you.
You got
Anything
Stand.
The Weekend minus the 50 Shades of Grey song.
Okay.
Yeah, you got Stand.
There's one more.
Stand by Eminem.
Stand by Eminem.
Stand
All right,
by
one
Eminem.
More. One more.
Just there's a Luther song that comes to mind and I love Luther Vandross so much.
Which
I do.
Luther? All right.
I do love.
All right, be careful.
Here Now, man. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it.
You know what?
Couldn't do it.
You know what? I might have to agree.
Just
You didn't like that record?
That wasn't my favorite.
was it? Yeah. Just
And here's why. And I could be wrong. And let me first preface this too and write a disclaimer that I'm one of your biggest Luther Vandross fans you'll ever see.
same.
It had less of what we all knew Luther for.
Maybe that's what it is.
And I think it did well on the pop charts. But
And it was like a wedding song.
yeah, it was one of those
favorite for a long time.
Yeah. And I just think I agree. It wasn't one of my favorite Luther records personally.
I debated between naming that one or
she wants
Or
to say it
golly,
anyway.
it's another one.
Honorable
Jesus,
mention.
Jemele. Like, hold on, man.
I think the worst song on Thriller is Thriller. I don't think Thriller's a great song. I think it has the most amazing video of all time. It's
No,
the best
Jemele.
video ever made.
No,
Is it just
Jemele.
too long?
It's just
Jemele, come on.
Thriller the song.
Jemele.
For real. You actually think like
Yes. Jemele was one of the greatest songs ever. You can play this in a club, right? And it will
because
be
people
played
are
because
thinking
it's
about
around
the video though.
and people are going to play this around Halloween.
Of
right?
course.
You play this and put this in a mix of any song today. And
It's
it'll
one of my
still
favorite.
sound. Like, come on. That's a bop. Like the groove, Jemele. Come on, Okay.
I love the video so much. It was
The
like
videos-
the video
was-
is outstanding.
was
And
groundbreaking.
It comes with a routine, so of course they put on Thriller. You're gonna be like you're gonna do that. Unlike Return of the Mac, I will stay seated, but for Thriller,
Shawn, what
To your point, I
year
would
what
get up.
year were you
Yes.
guys wondering about music albums for that year? Was it with 93?
It was the 90s, but
Yeah.
But there was a year you were referencing. It was the
Yeah,
93.
I was
93.
93 because that was the year I graduated
So
from high school.
Caesar, our awesome guy, he took the liberty, and I'm going to name the top albums and artists of that year.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Tony Braxton came out with Breathe Again.
Oh.
Jeez.
And Janet dropped That's the Way Love Goes.
Oh,
Snoop Dogg did Doggy Style. SWV,
Come
It's
on.
About Time. Mariah Carey, Music Box Dream Lover.
All smashes.
Onyx dropped Slam. Queen
me a
Latifah
break.
dropped UNITY. Wu-Tang 36 Chambers.
Yep.
Tupac Strictly for My.
Right.
A Tribe Called Quest. And
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
Diggable Planets.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
And that's
Midnight
just
Mirage.
93.
That's just
93.
93. Yeah, it's just, it's hard for me. And I love that I experienced music the way I did at that time, because then I go, right into college. I went to Michigan State, and me and some friends were just talking about this the other day, because All Eyes on Me dropped when I was in college. And
96.
yeah, and throughout my whole college time, there were a good 5 albums that you walk past anybody's dorm, they're gonna be bumping All Eyes on Me, Lauryn Hill for sure, Outkast,
Yeah.
that also came out.
ATLians.
ATLians.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think that first one though might have dropped in 94.
Which one? Outkast?
Yeah, of
Southern
Outkast.
Playalistic?
Southern Playalistic. I think that dropped.
Yeah.
I feel like that dropped. Yeah, I feel like that
94.
dropped.
Yeah, you had
I think so.
Biggie with Life After Death.
Biggie, Life After
Outkast, ATLians, Nas. If it was written,
It was written, yeah.
it was written. I'm sorry. Mariah Carey, Butterfly, Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt,
Reasonable
Maxwell.
Doubt. That was 95. Yeah.
Aaliyah, One in a Million.
That was the
Black
other
Street,
one. 1 in a million.
Blackstreet, Another Level. Tony Braxton again. The Secrets and the Fugees, which you mentioned.
Mm-hmm. And the beauty of why you remember the soundtracks, especially when you're a young adult, because that's like probably your first time experiencing a real relationship. You're falling in love. You're going through all these multitude of personal emotions that all happened. And so I remember every heartbreak song, every uplifting song that like got me out of that funk, every like, okay, we about to go to the club tonight song.
Right.
And so it was just, I agree with you. As much as I love the 80s, I think the 90s was the slightly superior R&B time.
Yeah. It had more, I guess you could say, chest voice, if you know what I'm saying. Like it just really at a point where we were speaking loud. Like it was just a loud, beautiful trumpet for R&B music. Like we were doing it. And we were reaching back to a lot of the old school stuff, which is why a lot of our parents could enjoy it too. Because it had a lot of, again, we were forced to listen to their music. So we implemented a lot of that influence.
Do your kids like the music
Yes.
you grew up? Okay.
Yes,
All right.
they do.
Do they agree
because-
it's better than theirs?
Yes,
Okay.
but because they're also forced. Like my wife plays Whitney Houston, she plays the Winans, she plays all kinds of music where now when she plays it, I see my daughter, my son singing it because we play it so much.
Get that good parenting.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to my wife, Shawn. But so listen, we don't have to do a part 2 because no, seriously, Jemele, because I had a million questions, but it don't fit the context of what we're talking about. So
I'm sorry, I derailed it.
no, it's all good.
I gave
but
you my hot takes.
no, I love it. I love it. I love it, and I know everybody's gonna love it too. But I do want to like touch on a couple things.
Okay.
You have conversations on vacation
Yes.
with your husband Ian.
Yes, which we have now sort of reimagined into bedtime conversations
Okay.
that we drop every Thursday on Instagram. And this being married is like all of these sort of debates and discussion you have with your spouse, they can be really fun and really engaging.
Yeah.
Like we just did one recently about how do you know what was the moment, not necessarily a moment, but something that you did where you knew you were in love. And so he told me that he knew that he had me because he came to visit me. This was when I was still working at ESPN, and he came to visit me. I had a show to do that day, and I gave him the keys to my car and told him to, I guess on some baby boy shit, come pick me up at work. Right? And I told him, come pick me up at work. He was like, "Oh, I knew when you gave me the keys to the Maserati, I had
love.
you." I was like, "Oh, really?"
Uh-huh.
Was it true?
Yeah, no, that is but at that point I did not I was definitely having those feelings for sure.
Mhm.
And I'm trying to remember, was that the weekend that I locked it down? You know what I'm saying? Because it might have been that same period. I was like, I think it might have been, because he loves to tell the story. But it is true, is that I did. I was the one who asked him to go with me. Right?
Okay.
He had already put it out there.
Right.
Let me just say that. So it wasn't one of those things where I'm like, what are we? No,
Right.
it wasn't like that. We had
Right.
been actually, because in my mind, the moment that I knew for sure, like, this is somebody that I have fallen in love with, is we went to the ESPYs. And, that's an unusual environment to bring somebody into, because you have the world's greatest athletes, a ton of celebrities that
Yeah.
are there.
Sure.
And you work in sports.
Yeah, and I work
Yeah.
in sports, and as confident and as really self-assured as he always presented himself to be and is. I have had some friends of mine, colleagues of mine, who have been in that situation. They brought a date to the ESPYs or some similar event,
And
and
they freak out.
oh my God. And it's embarrassing. Like, honestly, like, it's different. Like,
It's
of
like
course.
a jealousy thing? Is that what it is? Is that what you're referencing?
And in one friend's case, she did run into a situation where the person that she brought, who had a very high level job themselves, in the political world. And so you would have thought, like, being around high, like, well-known politicians, that this person would have been prepared for that environment. And it turned into a competition. And he seemed to
Wow.
be upset that he wasn't the focus. And so, and then it
Wow.
was just a weird vacillation between being jealous, but also being a weird fanboy. So it was
Yeah.
odd, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You gotta
so,
pick a struggle is what you're saying.
yeah, pick a struggle, right? Like,
Yeah.
either
Pick
you're
a
gonna be one of these two, but he apparently was both. It was disastrous, and that did not end well. And
Interesting.
so fast forward, so when I took him to the ESPYs, and we were not public at all.
Mhm.
And you're one around my work colleagues, you're around, again, a bunch of superstars of various fields. And so I wondered, like, what's his vibe going to be like? How's he going to handle himself and
Mhm.
all that? And he was the best. I mean, he was,
Yeah.
cool. He made easy conversations with people. It was definitely one of those where
He's dope. Your husband's dope. I
He
agree.
is very
He's
dope.
cool.
Yeah.
when somebody pulled me away and I talked, and he found his own little conversation.
Sure.
Him and Kevin Durant's mama, like, they having a time. Like,
Yeah.
it was, you need to be with somebody who can handle himself in those situations. And I was like, that's the one.
People don't understand how important that is for people that are in our fields.
Correct.
Just knowing how to conduct yourself
Yeah.
and just kind of just be in the moment
Yeah.
without
And they know how to
necessarily-
work the room.
and they
on
know how
their
to
own-
work the room on their own because they have their
Yeah.
own personalities and they're able to just kind of talk and really just normalize
Mhm.
the situation.
And they
because-
understand that people are going to be pulling you away.
Yes.
That there's going to be pictures.
Yes.
And so I was just like, oh, he can handle all this. This is great. And so we had already, we've already had some relationship level conversations. So when he came to visit me in Connecticut, I just said to him, I was like, listen, I know where I am. Like, I'm ready to just do this for real. Like, and and not see anybody else or anything like that. And
Yeah.
if you got some situations you need to clean up on the side, clean them up. I'm ready.
Pull your broom out.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you need to, because, like, when we started dating, neither one of us were looking for a relationship.
Mhm.
We were both pretty clear about that. But it was never a thing where I worried about him dating other girls.
Right.
Like, I didn't care. Like, it was like, because I'm me.
You
That's why I don't care.
dig that. Right.
Right. But we
Right.
never even had to have that conversation. It was never any, and I never suspected that he was. And so, that's how it was. It was very easy. It was chill. I loved talking to him. Everything was falling into place, and it just happened. It literally just happened.
It's called
So
being grown.
Exactly.
Yeah, we were very, very grown
And
about it.
sometimes you have to meet a person at the right time to experience that.
I totally agree.
Like a lot of us have to get there
Mhm.
in order for us to appreciate what's in front of us.
Yeah. And I mean, and then I think from a career standpoint, I was in a good place because it's pretty settled into what I was doing. And once, we made it serious and said, hey, it's just going to be us. I mean, we dated long distance for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Because he was living in South Carolina. I was in Bristol, in Connecticut, where ESPN is headquartered. But luckily in his field, like he had a very flexible schedule. So we were able to see each other quite a bit. So it didn't, it was distance that you have to be committed to that.
Yeah.
But it was fine. So when we moved to LA in 2018, it was the first time we lived in the same city, and we went from long distance to moving in together.
Wow.
And he proposed 2 months later.
That's awesome. So with all of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why did it take you so long to tell him that you loved him? What's that about?
So
what is all that about? He did everything right. He went to the
fault, Shawn. She hated
ESPYs.
that damn song you
You
had.
know,
Maybe if
he
he'd
went to the
have-
ESPYs with you.
yes.
He represented,
Yes, it's-
and you still kept the 3 words from your mouth. What's that? What are we doing?
We still are in a rolling argument about who told who I love you first. He told me. That is my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay.
Again, he's
Months
not here to
before.
defend himself.
And he
Part
swears,
2, we're having Ian on the show.
and he would definitely, I'm sure, defend himself in that way. But he told me first, and I stand on that.
Okay.
All right. But I knew before I told him.
You just didn't tell him.
Yeah, I knew, but I just wanted to.
Women.
I knew.
Oh God!
I just wanted to be sure.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be sure. Listen, I mean, it was unfortunately the previous relationships you go through,
No, I
you feel like
understand.
you get a little wiser, hopefully. And I was just like, okay, I think this is the right time. You just sort of knew. And I told him, laid the cards on the table, see. But when I asked him to go with me, he already told me he loved me. So that's why I asked him to go with me. That was part of, I knew where we were going.
Because he knew.
He knew. He was sure.
He knew. He saw you and was like, "No, this wifey right here."
Well, I don't know if that was the immediate thought.
I'm gonna speak for him.
Yes, okay. I'll give you that, right? I mean, I ain't gonna lie. The first time I saw him, I had more lustful thoughts. When I saw him, I was like,
nothing wrong with that.
I was like, well, what do we have here? What's going on here?
There's nothing wrong with
Yes.
that.
So he hooked me in with that, and the rest, as they say, is history. But back to your original questions, we started these conversations because I'm sure you've noticed in our podcast sphere that it's like there is some gender war going on. I don't know what's happening, but I think part of celebrating Black love in particular is people seeing that it is possible. There are healthy married Black couples out here that, to bring fun and lightness. So we talked about that and other things about, who, I'm trying to think about who, it was one of the other debates that we had, but we generally try to keep it pretty, fairly lighthearted, but also giving people a chance to remember the reasons why love is great.
Sure.
I think we have one about who's messier, men or women,
Oh.
right? And
Okay.
he's like, it's definitely women. Do you agree with this?
Yes, only because y'all have a lot more going on.
Yeah.
So say you're going out for dinner. Holy crap.
We got hair, we
You
got makeup,
hair,
we
you got
all
makeup, you
this.
got this, you got that. Yeah. So
Yeah.
just by design.
But it's see, I like how you couch that. I can tell. You got that marriage
I've
experience.
been married 25 years this
You
year.
see what I'm saying? Like you got that was wisdom talking right
yes,
there. It's like,
it sure
but only
is.
because you guys got more. Like you made that very
Wisdom.
right. You made that very gentle.
Yes.
We have these really fun conversations to.
Does Sharonda listen to the show?
She says she does. She watches it.
So that's why he
Oh,
knows.
so that's what it is. So it's not that he's wise. He just
Right.
understands his audience. I'm kidding.
No.
I'm
You know,
kidding.
it's a little bit of all of those things. Like you tend to kind of just understand that we're 2 different entities, male and female, man and woman. And y'all have y'all thing, we have our thing. The trick is
this
figuring out how to coexist within it.
I think on the micro, men are probably more messy, and on the macro, women are more messy.
Well, it's sort of weird how that shifts
Does
because
that make sense, Shawn?
Yeah.
Like on the day to day, like we might kick our shoes off and leave them somewhere, or
Right.
that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But like you said,
Leave our
they're getting-
drawers on the floor where the hamper's like 2 feet away.
Right.
Like, yeah.
but
yeah.
you feel like on a macro level, women are just
because you got, like he said, you have more going on. So when you're getting ready for a night out, you've got 18 wardrobe changes.
Yeah, it's a mess.
The hair and makeup going on. Maybe
Yeah.
the kids need some help, and you're trying to manage
Right.
all of this stuff.
Right.
Well, my husband is also very orderly.
Mm.
I would definitely say between the 2 of us, like I'm neat, but he is a different level. right?
Almost military.
Yeah, I mean, he like little things bother him, like if the pantry door is open, like that'll bother him. What is
That
this?
resonated with Shawn.
But did I strike a
Oh
chord
my
here?
gosh! Like the pantry door is always cracked in my house, and I always walk by it. Cloop.
He did. He's
Like always.
Who's the culprit?
All of them.
Micah.
Everybody in my house. They'll open up, they'll get something, and then they'll just push it just one more inch.
When he first started spending time at my place, he would be like, "Why do you leave your cabinet doors open?" And I'm like, "Because I'm probably gonna reach back in there in like 5 minutes. Like, what difference does it make?" And he's just like, "That is terrible.
Yeah.
Like, how lazy is that?" He was like, "It takes you 2 seconds to
Yeah,
close,"
yeah.
and I was like, "Dang, just shame me. Okay, I'm sorry, my bad."
Right,
you know?
right.
But yes, I will cop to that. But these, to me, are like sort of the fun little discoveries of being married, because every day I learn something new about him.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Every
awesome.
single day. It's like, I don't know if you feel the same because you're 25 in, we're just 6 in, but
No, you do. Like because we're forever changing, and I think that's what we don't understand until we're in it. Like marriages evolve, we change, bodies change, all of those things. So you change with it, and with that comes new discoveries, new things that you have to get to understand and get to know. And a lot of it has to do with your love for that person. That's when it really shines through, because you have to really practice the patience and the willingness to go through it with that person.
yeah.
The pros will always outweigh the cons.
One of the people who either are on the cusp of being married or want to marry, they always, they typically are going to ask you, like, what's your best piece of advice? And one of the biggest things that I think I probably learned that's very different from a relationship is that in marriage, if there is a disagreement or an argument, you have to argue and disagree to resolve, not to win.
Yes.
Because like when you're in relationships, like,
yeah,
I'm just like, we about to Game of Thrones this bitch up in here. Like,
right.
I am Jon Snow in the field, and I'm chopping you down.
Right.
That can't be your objective.
We're not enemies.
We're not enemies, right? And that just to win can't be the objective.
Yeah.
It's like, it's got to be like, how do we resolve? Like, how can I be better?
Yeah.
So that we're not in this space of disagreement again. And that is very real.
And never let the sun go down on an argument.
People do say that.
Try not to.
Yeah.
Because you never know. You never know.
That is real.
If you care, knock it out.
Mm-hmm.
And then go to sleep at peace.
But it just takes 2 grown people to knock it out.
Yeah.
You have to have 2 grown people. So what you're saying
100%.
is awesome. You have to have people that understand, like, okay, we fucked up. Let's figure it out, move on.
Yeah. And that sometimes it takes time.
Yeah.
Again, patience.
Yeah.
Patience is the biggest key element to any relationship.
Knock it out, put on I'll Make Love to You.
You know what I'm saying?
It'll all be better.
Return to the Mac is always available.
Or Return to the Mac. You know what I mean? See. Hey, Ian, you want to break the ice at another argument? Just put on Mark Morrison. She can't resist, baby. She can't resist.
It's the cheat code.
It's the cheat code. You know what I mean? Now, you're obviously known for having austere conversations. I don't think any of this was too serious at all. I think we had a really, really great time. But with all of that, if you were launching on your network a totally unserious podcast, what would it be called and what would it be about?
So,
just totally unserious.
Okay.
Just something that is
by the way, that's a great name for a podcast.
Totally unserious.
The Totally Unserious Podcast.
All right.
That's a great name.
Starring Jemele and Shawn.
There you go. Boom. Book it.
I love it.
Come on, let's
totally
do it.
Unserious. There we go.
With the synergy today, you guys might.
You
really
heard
have
it
something.
first.
Yeah.
Totally unserious.
Totally Unserious.
There we go. All right, we're gonna knuckle up on that one.
Bam.
Boom.
Okay.
There it is.
If I had to start like a podcast that was unserious, I would. There's always an idea that I think every creator has in their head. Like, if I could get this made, this would be amazing. So, the name of the podcast would be called "My Arms Are Too Short to Box with This Podcast." Right? And the reason...
Okay, please explain that.
The reason why is because I would do a rewatchable Tyler Perry podcast, rewatching all of his shows and all of his movies and having on people to break down what we have seen. That would be my Unserious podcast.
Nice.
As a businessman, I very much respect Tyler Perry, but his films create such an interesting dialogue in our community.
Yeah.
Yes, and I am fascinated by this dialogue and by this conversation.
That would be so,
I would do it. We watch every episode of what Meet the Browns, whatever it is, Sisters, all that. We go through all of that, right? Like just a Tyler Perry breakdown of all of his work.
Yeah.
I would do that one. I actually have 3 very unserious ideas.
Did you do it with Tyler Perry?
Huh?
No, you don't do it with Tyler Perry.
Okay.
No, you just watch his stuff.
You watch his stuff and
then you just
talk
have
about
a
it.
commentary about
and
it.
you have a commentary about
Holy
it with
shit.
people who love it, people who hate it,
Yeah.
combination of both.
Yeah.
Maybe even sometimes some of the actors on it, like whatever. Like you can do all of those things.
My wife
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah, I would do this in a minute.
Oh my God.
Do we have a show for wifey? Is that what you're saying?
No. What I'm saying is,
Would she appear?
she would appear, but you guys would get along. One, because y'all from the same area. 2, we have these dialogues
about his work.
in the house.
Yep. See?
And I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Exactly.
It's
It's just so much material.
Yes.
The other one I would do, feel like it could be a podcast or a TV show, but I feel like more of a TV show, but I'm going to say a podcast for this. Is it good or am I high?
Okay.
Is there good or
Oh, I
are you
like
high?
that.
Is it good or am I high?
I like that.
Because,
Give us a topic. What would the topic be?
okay, so
Music.
music, the whole point is this. It's like you have to take, let me set up the parameters. You have to either smoke or take an edible before you do an episode.
Oh my gosh.
And you either taste some food, listen to some music, and you have to decide, is it good or am I high? Right? So
That's a
then you have to do it
genius
without,
show.
yeah.
without
That's
being
great.
high, and then compare. Like, was it good or am I high?
When can we go into production on this?
Yeah, seriously.
That's a great idea, Jamel.
That's crazy.
I
Is it
love
good or
that
am I
idea.
high? I saw it mostly as a food show, but I did realize you
Mateo's
could do
thinking about shrooms over here now.
right.
but I did realize you could do it with other things. You could really cross like TV shows because like there are some people who say like, oh, I was super high when I watched this TV show. It was the best. Then they watch that shit sober. They're like, this was terrible. What?
Right.
Was I high? Yes, you were.
Right.
Is it good or am I high?
No, that's crazy.
Sponsored by a cannabis company.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Let's
Sponsored
go.
by. On the Unserious podcast starring Jemele and Shawn, we have segments called
Is it good or am I high?
I love it.
Because that's what
I'm
you would
into
do.
it.
There we go.
I'm
There we
into
go.
it.
See, y'all heard it first. It's premiering in 2026.
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's dope. That's
Mhm.
really dope. And seriously, that's some fucking dope shit.
Mhm.
But
We'll
okay.
edit that out though, so nobody steals it before you guys launch it.
Yeah, exactly. Might have to copyright.
We'll run it back later.
Okay. You get to ban one phrase from sports media forever. What would that be?
Talk about.
Talk about?
Only because if you watch the press conferences after games, there's always a journalist who said, LeBron, talk about what you were thinking. Please stop
good
saying
one.
talk about.
That's a good
like,
one.
Like actually
That's a good
form a question because that's what we're supposed to do as journalists. Like I get it. It's a very lazy way to start trying to get, like your job as a journalist is to come up with a question. Their job as the athlete is to come up with the answer. So the least I should do is come up with a proper question. Like talk about is not actually a question. Because a question, there has to be a demand getting you to answer something.
Right.
What's the demand and talk about?
Right.
Talk about how you scored 40.
Yeah.
What does that
Wow,
mean?
that's
I would ban
interesting.
talk about.
Ban talk about. So there you go,
Stop it,
journalists.
journalists.
Yeah.
Stop with the talk about.
Stop being lazy.
Yes. Stop being lazy.
You are a avid Detroit Pistons fan.
I am. Not just the Pistons, by the way.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So Red
although
Wings.
I'm not a Lions fan. I am a
Not
Red
a Lions
Wing-
fan?
I'm a Red Wings fan. I'm
Tigers.
a Tigers fan, Michigan State fan,
Okay.
and yes, a Pistons
So
fan.
were you complicit with the Jordan rules?
You mean, did I agree with them? Of course I did.
See.
Of course I did. Okay, there are debates with your spouses that like you honestly can't have again, right?
Yeah.
Because like it might lead to like some disastrous
too hot.
consequences.
Right.
One of the biggest fights me and my husband get into, because he is a Jordan stan, despite being a Detroiter. He like Michael Jordan's his favorite basketball player ever.
Mine too.
He was not a big fan of the Jordan rules, and he thinks that the Pistons playing that way was bullshit basketball. And when I explained to him, the biggest argument we had was about the Pistons walking off the floor after the Bulls wiped them.
What
right?
do you think about that? Like,
it was justified. This is where me and my husband get into a big argument.
In what way was that justified?
See, everybody likes to point to the incident and not talk about the context of this series. All right, so let me break it down so it can forever be broke. All right.
Okay.
Jordan called the Pistons illegitimate champions because of the physical way that they played. And he's like, nobody wants to see that in basketball, blah, 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 blah.
Jemele, why, kept getting punched in the mouth and
By the way,
elbowed.
the Pistons were not the only one doing this.
Okay, but what
that was the entire, that was the way the game was played then.
But everybody wasn't the champions either.
Okay. So I mean, the Celtics certainly would mollywop somebody. I mean, they
shout out to Julius Erving, who
Yes.
tapped Larry Bird's chin a few times. I remember watching that.
Don't act like Philly. You see it, your boy.
Right. But
he two-pieced them.
Okay,
all right?
okay. But Jemele, come on. Like, you would feel some sort of way about a team that obviously at that point was the greatest team in the world, but hit you in the mouth 4 or 5 times. You
It wasn't
pretty damn close. Like you would
throwdowns,
you would feel a way.
I think Michael Jordan should credit the Pistons for helping him become a champion because he had to overcome us.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, because listen, it was a style of basketball that obviously the Pistons were known as the perfecters of this style. And I understand that they are the poster. They're the poster children for poster boys, poster men for how the game was played. But it was within the rules. Okay, within the rules in the sense of that a lot more physical play was allowed then. Right. Well, what might get you ejected today was just a common foul then. Right. That's the way it worked. And yes, if you have somebody whose special ability is their athleticism, them getting to the hoop, you make them think twice about doing it. This is not unusual strategy.
No, I get it.
Right.
I get that. And honestly, to some degree, I miss it. Because
it's what's missing from the game now.
Right.
Yeah,
See, now y'all complain about it.
No. No, I miss it. I miss it.
It doesn't have to be that extreme.
It was a little extreme.
It doesn't have to be that extreme.
I think it was great.
And it was fueled.
It's great.
I was a fan, but I think it was fueled by the animosity between these two teams because when you have something that other people want, and the Pistons had the championship, they have been the nemesis of the Bulls for a few years in. But in the scope of that series, what led to the walk-off was Michael Jordan trashing the Pistons in interviews and saying that they were not legitimate champions and disrespecting who they were. Because as much as the Pistons, I'll just say this. As much as the Pistons may have been known for that, that wasn't the reason they won. It wasn't. They had a lot of other elements to that team.
Yes. They were a legit squad.
They were a legitimate squad.
Without question.
When he made it seem like they were illegitimate, that's what created the beef. And that is why when they lost, they walked off.
Okay. Now, I agree. I agree. And again, it was a different time.
Yeah.
For sports at that time. But there were extreme moments. Like you could see the devil horns come out of Bill Lambier's head. like honestly, come on. Like you saw the intent to just, I'm not even blocking his shot.
Right. I'm
just gonna kick him in his nuts or something like that. You know what I mean? Just because.
He was more of a choke slam guy. Let's not get crazy. More of a clothesline guy, okay?
That's all.
Right.
As a fan of the Pistons, I must say. Isaiah Thomas is one of my favorite players of all time.
He's my favorite player. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you gotta, even I being a fan, I was like, come on, guys. Don't, y'all making it obvious that y'all want to hurt the dude.
It's so funny how nobody ever remembers Karl Malone. When he split Isaiah's head wide open.
I remember that.
Yes, he split it wide again. I get that the Pistons became the poster board that everybody hated.
Boys.
They were the bad boys. But I do also believe, and this is something that Isaiah Thomas has talked about, that one of the reasons that the Pistons, beyond the style of play, invited such disdain or created a lot of disdain is because we interrupted the story. y'all had the whole basketball world had this beautiful story of we got Lakers, we got Celtics, and straight to the Bulls. There was a team in between. And it's like we interrupted the transition. And people didn't like the fact that this team from Detroit, which, Detroit for a lot of reasons, socially and politically, was never a darling of this country.
Yeah.
And especially during that time. And I think because of the way we interrupted the basketball narrative between Magic and Jordan, that people did not want to see us win.
You were the anti-hero.
Absolutely. We were not the hero you may have thought you wanted, but we were the hero that you needed.
The Dark Knight.
We were the Dark Knight.
Okay.
Do you feel in charge?
Oh, wow.
Oh, I can go there.
Okay, Bane. All right. Top 5 favorite athletes.
Well, we just talked about one.
Yep. Isaiah.
That would be Isaiah.
Mhm.
Jerry Rice.
Mhm.
I'm a 49er fan, so
Hey,
that-
we all
that-
are.
Yeah. Hey, go Niners.
Go Niners. Bang bang Niner gang.
Yeah.
And it's not just accomplishments either. Too. It's also, I think, kind of what they stood for, or just what they were able, what kind of happened as a result of their greatness. Serena Williams would be there.
She is the GOAT
Yeah.
of tennis. Like,
Argue with yourself.
She is.
Yeah,
she
right,
is absolutely
exactly.
the go to tennis. The only reason, maybe, with women, saying somebody's the greatest female athlete ever is a tough conversation to have. She's certainly in the mix.
Yeah.
Simone Biles, obviously in the mix.
100%.
I mean, and it's just like, especially when you get into track and field, like, good Lord, that is like,
Yeah.
whew, that's a crazy
Who's your
conversation.
GOAT in track and field?
On the women's side?
Yeah.
Trying to think of who has the most stuff. God, Jackie Joyner-Kersee probably.
Yeah,
Sure.
Yeah,
that's
I
what
think it'd
I would
probably have
say,
to be
yeah.
her.
Mm-hmm.
Gave you Jerry Rice, Serena, Muhammad Ali,
Bam.
for sure. Yes, I actually have a picture that's in my living room. Muhammad Ali kissed me on the cheek, and I have that on there. Yes, so
That's amazing.
my most prized sports possession,
Yeah.
if you will, is that photo. I do think Bo Jackson's the greatest athlete I've ever seen. I think this is the case.
Yeah.
Honestly, who's right there with him is Herschel Walker. Like that was insane.
Herschel
But
was
Bo
crazy.
Jackson, with the hip injury ending his career,
Yeah.
like that guy was something you've never seen before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm trying to think, do we see more I've never seen that before now? And maybe.
I only saw it recently, and it was 5 days ago when Shohei Ohtani did what he
You're
did.
right.
Yeah. Shohei was.
That
You're right.
is
Yeah,
the
that's sick.
greatest
You're right.
accomplishment
Yeah,
in
that's sick.
sports history.
Shohei was. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
a
now talked about as
clinching
one of the
game,
greatest to
Yeah.
do it.
You go 6 shutout innings. He could have gone a complete game. He went 6 shutout, 10 Ks, hit 3 home runs in the same fucking game.
Yeah.
That's insane.
We'll
Yeah,
never
that's
see that
insane.
again.
I don't
Yeah.
think that you can compare that. Like I know people are like, oh, Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth to me is not his competition. Because if you didn't play in an integrated league, that eliminates you from that discussion.
Is there a video of Babe Ruth playing? I've never seen it.
I mean, there's some some
There's
black
like
and
old
whites.
little things of
Yeah.
him running.
Yeah.
Not to disrespect
It's
Babe
always
Ruth,
sped
I
up.
get it. But he's a legend of the game. But I
Yeah.
mean, come
Yeah.
on, we're talking about the infancy of the game. This is it's 110 years in now.
See, I think it's like a different discussion with Babe Ruth as opposed to, say, Wilt Chamberlain. Like, because people like to sort of say that Wilt Chamberlain and Bill Russell, played against plumbers and janitors and, whatever.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But Wilt Chamberlain, his physical metrics, I don't care what era it's in. We could
Yeah.
fast forward to 2060.
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain's still Wilt Chamberlain.
Right.
7 feet, running a sub 4.5. You got to be kidding me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, it's like,
You know the comparison I give that to, guys, when we talk about the plumber janitor talk? It's like now saying that WNBA doesn't have great athletes because they also might have side jobs in the offseason. The game is just not financially there yet. It wasn't financially there when they played,
Yeah.
but the talent was
It has
there.
nothing to do with
was-
The
skills.
talent
was
was, they were
absolutely
still
there.
very.
Yeah.
Go back and watch Pistol Pete and those guys. They could play fucking basketball.
Right.
they could. I mean,
These girls today can play basketball.
I mean,
Right.
there's definitely
Right.
some nuances with how the game is played, but I do
Sure.
think that because it wasn't as much of an aerial game on the men's side, that's why people have a tendency to knock the 80s and they look at somebody like Craig Elo, like Jordan was being guarded by like people like Craig Elo, and that's why he was.
Yeah,
it's like,
I've
yo,
heard
man,
these things.
it's
Yeah.
like
Fundamentals mattered.
But then there's going to be another generation that's going to talk about, oh, you guys used to shoot at threes. So what makes him so great?
Nobody's ever happy.
But you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
there's going to be a new generation that's going to look at the generation before them. It's like, oh, y'all didn't, all y'all do was just launch it from half court.
I will say Victor Wembanyama is something I've never seen before. I have never seen that before.
Me neither.
Like that
That's
dude.
a lanky dude. Like
Wait,
that.
I mean,
like, and
When I
not-
watch him, what do you guys see in him that you go, he's special?
Literally
outside of his-
everything.
Outside of his length.
His defensive intelligence is very high.
Mm-hmm.
And I would be shocked. Like until he got hurt, I think he was totally on track to win Defensive Player of the Year. It's a big difference between if you have size and length, but do you want to play defense? He wants to play
We've
defense.
seen Sean Bradley, Manute Bol, and these guys coming
But I can't say that.
who are
but
very
that-
tall.
No, but he is.
No, I'm saying
yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah, you've seen that.
Yeah.
But like his athleticism is far superior, I
Right,
think,
Because
to
being
theirs.
tall just isn't enough.
Correct. It's
Yeah.
like every dunk looks like something abnormal because he's so
Yeah.
tall.
he's not jumping.
He's not even jumping. He's just like here.
Is that a layup or a dunk?
right.
He's got the outside shooting. He's developing
Yeah.
his post moves. Like this kid, I mean, he's gonna win an MVP within 3 years. He's gonna be in the conversation for MVP this year.
I got one question and she'll know what I mean. Are you any good at Monopoly?
Am I good at Monopoly? The way I will bankrupt you and not feel any sense of
here
remorse.
Here we go.
I will crush your soul, your spirit. Generations will feel this pain I will bring to you.
I already know Jemele is the type that always goes for the blues and the greens and the yellows. She doesn't understand the true value of the purples. You know what I'm
And the
saying? And the light
utilities.
blues.
And
Oh, the
utilities.
utilities and the railroads will break you.
And the railroads will break.
They'll break
you. Know what I
you.
mean? Like, she seems like the type. She seems like high end. So she's gonna
Listen,
buy Ventnor. And she's
Broadway
gonna
and Park
yeah. You know
No,
what I mean?
no. Because it's you got to do no.
What are the percentages like? I've looked up the percentages of people actually landing on those properties. And
It's very low.
It's very low.
It just feels good to get, but
Yes.
it's very low. If you want to ruin somebody's life, to me, the ruin your life properties are the reds,
Yep.
and
the
I thi-
purples.
I would almost.
That corner
I would
by
say that,
jail.
but honestly, I would say
Going to jail, you're paying me money.
Right.
But I think the more dangerous swing is the red, the yellow, and
Yeah,
the green.
red, yellow's painful.
That's a painful
Yeah, red,
walk.
red. Yeah,
Because when you look at what that price point is, with
you
the
can
whole
one
you
can one shot somebody with a red property.
It's just done. It'll break you.
Yeah.
See, the thing about the purples, because you're talking about what Baltic St.
Uh-huh.
or St. Charles and
Right.
all that rather. It's like you can hit that and pay your way out.
It's slow death.
It is death by 1,000 paper cuts,
Yeah,
right?
it's a slow
Like
death.
for sure. But it's one of those where it sets you up for the next block. Because if you pay once at either the New Yorks, the oranges, or the purple, you pay once on that, you're like, okay, I made it.
Right.
There's no way you're gonna make it unscathed through the next block with the yellows and the reds.
You got them hotels on there. It could
You're
smack
done.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I've bankrupted my mama several times and I don't care.
Another segment on our Unserious podcast, Jemele and I playing Monopoly. And we make it where, you know how people like do a chess move and then wait the next day? Same thing. Roll the dice.
I feel like if we really want to bring ultimate violence to the Totally Unserious podcast,
Let's go.
we play the ultimate violent game, and that is Uno. Uno,
I'm with it.
Uno's the most
Let's go.
Uno took the title from spades. If you want to see
Real talk. Yeah.
if you want to see fights,
yeah.
and there
fights.
was that rumor that got out that Vegas was going to have an Uno table.
Yes,
I was
I heard
like,
about that.
they need extra security.
It's going to be a lot of fights.
It's going to be some scrapping.
It's going to be a lot of scrapping.
right. Because
It's gonna be a
one
lot
is
of
like
scrapping.
there's the rule agreement,
Yeah.
stacking, and it's like, yo, if you put too many draw fours down on me, I'm swinging on you.
Right,
That's just how it is. That's just how it is. It's the name of the game.
Right.
I'm swinging.
Yeah, I've seen fights at poker tables. So imagine
Uno?
like Uno. Yeah, that would
What?
be. It would be.
And the thing is, like, because it's a game played by all age groups, you will find yourself like, why am I choking out a 7-year-old? Like, this is probably not a good idea because Uno brings that personality out of you. Probably playing against your kids. You like,
yes.
I will desert you.
Right.
Like, what are we doing?
Oh, we've had some of those in our house too.
Mm-hmm.
It's terrible. Okay, cool. So there you go. There's another segment on the Unserious.
That's right,
podcast.
a game segment.
There we go, a game segment. Okay. What's your favorite restaurant?
In LA or period?
Period.
Oh, man.
Doesn't matter. It
Okay.
could be anywhere in the world because I know you like to travel.
I do.
That's going to be in a part 2 when we talk.
Oh, but see, that's part of, is it good or am I high?
There you go.
I just went here. It's a new spot because there's new spots opening in downtown Detroit all the time. A spot called Baru.
Baru.
And
where is this?
This is in downtown Detroit, Harmony Park.
Okay.
They do a 24-hour seasoned jerk chicken.
Oh my God.
When I tell you.
Yeah, that
right?
sounds amazing.
That was excellent. It's a new spot that opened, but I will say it's my favorite latest place that opened.
Okay.
Because it would just be, we'd be here. Baru. Baru.
Baru. Okay. Coming to see you, Baru, next time we're in Detroit.
And they also have a lobster fried rice.
Yeah, let's
with
go.
Not little chunks of lobster, big chunks of huge claws that are in the lobster.
They don't skimp.
They ain't messing around.
Okay, cool.
Yes. One thing about Detroit, we believe in big portions and two finger pours.
Let's go.
The real ones know about that.
See, that's why I fucks with Detroit. But anyway, so you're Baru.
Uh-huh.
All right. We're at the table, and you're having your meal. You look at the entryway. In walks the younger version of you. She's been looking for you. She's been trying to figure out, what the future looks like. What's going on? Like, I need some wisdom just to understand what my life is going to be about. So she sits across from you. She grabs some of your rice and lobster and all of that.
And draws back a nub. But
draws back a nub, whatever.
A nub.
But nub, but it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's you. So it's okay.
Right.
She gets it. She doesn't take it personal.
I can't chop her finger off. I need them later.
She doesn't take it personal. She's looking for some wisdom. What would the older Jemele Juanita say to the younger Jemele Juanita?
First, let me commend you for asking this question in the most unique way I've ever been asked this. And as a journalist, it's pretty hard to ask me questions I haven't been asked before, and certainly in a way that I'll always remember.
I appreciate that.
Shout out to you for that.
Thank you.
Excellent hosting.
Thank you.
What I would tell her is your dreams are too small. That's what I would tell her. Because a lot of the times, especially at that age, we think our dreams are big. And then when you go on to accomplish things, because who I was at that moment would never have imagined anchoring SportsCenter, wouldn't have imagined winning an Emmy, would not have imagined winning NAACP Image Awards, would not have imagined having my own podcast, wouldn't have imagined having my own home in LA. Like none of those things were even on my vision board.
Yeah.
My dream then was to make $50,000 a year and to work for Sports Illustrated.
You so Midwest.
Because is 50 the number?
You so Midwest.
Is that a Midwest number?
I'm telling you, so my wife. My wife was the same way. She just wanted to find a guy that had good benefits,
government
worked
job?
at FedEx, good government job, or something like that, where she can live somewhere nice in Toledo or move to Detroit or something like that. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but you just sounded so.
I guess now that I think about it,
that's so Midwest.
That is such a Midwest thing.
Yeah, but go ahead.
Is there a Philly number? Is there a number that you?
I don't know if there's a number.
Right, it's like when y'all like 52.5.
Yeah, right. Yeah. But yeah, we probably at 45 or something like that. But
yeah, y'all went lower.
We'd be happy with that. But no, go ahead. Sorry,
but no, I say that I've traveled to probably over 40 countries. That is not something I thought about then. And so what I would say to most young people is your problem is not that your dream is too big. Your problem is your dream is too small. And so I would tell her, you need to dream bigger, and then you need to go back again and expand that, and then you need to go back again and expand that. You need to expand it probably about 10 times because that's about what you're about to do.
That's soulful. Well, let me say this. You are extremely important to culture, media culture, journalist culture. because, you know, you hold the mirror to society. Like, and of course, that's never going to be a welcome thing. The hard life you chose. And I commend you for taking that helm up, because watching you from a distance and seeing you from time to time, you know, we'll see each other.
We'll run into each other, yeah.
At Ralph's.
Yeah, right.
I'm definitely off camera. I'm about to ask him where his Ralph's is. I'm
right,
I can see this person over there. Like, okay.
But generational liberty is just as important as generational wealth. And
that's a bar.
And no,
that's a bar right there.
But you're living the bar. And that's what is so amazing about you. It was an honor you sitting here, because you are more than what people paint you out to be. Like, you are an incredible human being outside of an amazing woman, and an amazing Black woman who, through all of your circumstances and all the things you went through, you still managed to still have a focus and a dream that you pursued throughout all of your trials and tribulations. You have a story that is admirable to not just girls, but boys too. And again, reading your book, learning about you, this is the blessing that I get by doing this podcast, because I get to be, my spirit gets to get filled by other spirits that teach me things and show me things and talk to me about things that I wasn't privy about before I talked to you. You're a blessing to us. You're a blessing to everybody that pursues any type of dream, ambition, or anything like that. I urge everybody to please read her book. Please follow her, listen to her. She is more than just a sports journalist. She's a woman with a level of understanding about life and wisdom that everybody can glean something from. Please continue to comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable.
You did definitely read my book. I will.
That's a bar.
Yeah. I wish I came up with it, but yeah.
That's a real bar, though.
That is.
Like, so I thank you. Thank you for blessing us with this conversation. We got to have a part 2, because I think I might have asked 2 questions. I might have asked 2 questions. I got a bunch of questions, and I might have asked 2.
And we came up with 3 podcasts.
And we came up with 3 podcasts.
Look at this. This was a wonderful experience. And thank you. I'm very honored by all the things that you said about me. I think I will always feel like when I hear those things, like they gotta be talking about somebody else.
No, it's you.
Right?
No, it's you.
So I appreciate that. And I mentioned before about how I struggle being the center of attention. But one thing I am learning to do at this wise old age of 25 is to learn how to receive.
Yes.
Receiving that, because it does lift my spirit, because you're right, it is not an easy journey. It does get hard sometimes, and there are days where I'm just like, oh God, why don't you bless me with a little less dignity and respect for myself, because I have so much more money.
No. Right.
And so that's always the fight that the cross we all have to bear. That's always the struggle and the fight, is maintaining your integrity and your character despite so many things pulling you in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
And that would be more lucrative or get you more famous or all these other things. I know you went through that. And so
100.
So it means something that people who I respect and who I like recognize those qualities in me.
100%.
That means I'm doing something right.
Jemele, always remember that it is just as much of a blessing to receive as it is to give. That's a blessing to actually receive. Like, that's just as important as giving. So just always remember that you matter. I just want to let you know you do matter. You matter. Like, do not ever think, when you ever feel those moments, just remember this conversation. You matter. We need juggernauts like you. Like, you're extremely important to the ethos of not just journalism, but just in standing for something. Because just like you said, I could have just went the easy route and made 10, 20 times more money, but it was much more than you have now. But First off, I know based off of what you drive and you okay.
But you drive and you stop at Ralph's.
Yeah, right.
You're good.
But that's the beauty of the struggle.
Yeah.
It's
Right,
like I gotta touch the people.
But I
That's
want to say
right.
one thing on the West Shawn. I'm a girl dad. So women like you who show that you can have it all. You're married, got a beautiful husband,
Yes.
beautiful family.
Yes, ma'am.
But you still have your life, you still have your career, you stand on your morals, you stand on your high ground.
Yeah.
And that's good for my daughters and
Yeah.
what they get to see. Because we turn them on to people like
That's
you.
right.
Oh.
We need you.
Yeah.
So keep doing what you're doing. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my friend, Ms. Jemele Hill. Hey y'all, and that was on that note. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And if you did, here's a couple more videos for you to check out. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe.